What's going on, man? You already know, man. This is your boy, DJ Energetic. I just want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, Hype Magazine and Maverick Global Distribution. Big shout out to them, man. Big shout out to them. But we got a very special guest in the house today. He told, man, what's up, boy?
What's happening with it?
Man, let me tell you something. You're a phenomenal artist, man. And I want people to hear where you come from and stuff, man, because your journey and how you got into music. Like I'm very interested because, listening to your music, I was like, whoa, this dude is fire right here.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. So yeah, my name is G Todd. I'm from Wisconsin, by Wisconsin Dells, if anybody know where that's at. But I've been in music all my life. I started out as a dancer when I was younger. My family's big into music. My Uncle Robert founded BET, so I've always been into music, always. Um, been a drummer, musician all my life, 27-year drummer, 11-year piano player. Um, and then I decided that I wanted to make this a career, so I went to school for sound engineering. So I have a bachelor's in sound engineering. And then I also have a bachelor's in entertainment business so that I could understand the business and how to monetize and, all those types of things. But I've always been an artist. I've always been an artist. I've always wrote, I've always rapped. It's just something, it's my release, so.
Nah, I feel you on that because growing up, I grew up in a household too, full of artists as well. My father, my grandfather's brother, actually, remember that old song, The Telephone Man?
Yeah.
He actually was the one that actually gave the money to actually get that done.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so my dad worked with Dana Dane, and I got brought up in the game very young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm back in the day where you couldn't touch a microphone unless you were nice.
Dude, I'm from the same era.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So people think it's weird when like I look at them funny, or if I say something, they look at me, they go, "Why are you doing that?" I'm like, bro, if you would have known the real hip hop and the real roots, you would not get up here and say any of that.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%, man.
You know what I'm saying? And I love how you said basically it was more of a release.
Mm-hmm. Even still now, music for me is a release. There's so many things going on in our world, man, and frustrations, anxiety, mental health, and it keeps me grounded. Making music keeps me grounded.
You get inspired, right? When you be seeing them Instagrams, I be getting inspired.
Every day.
I feel like it's much harder to be a musician now and an artist now because there's so much information fed that it like messes us up, because you would write a record about this, then all of a sudden this would happen. All of a sudden you see this. I feel like it was something that they did to trick with our minds, man.
Yeah, it's forever changing, man. So you're always rewriting. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, definitely, man. Like I just feel, not saying feel, but it's like weird because like I was watching something and they were talking about Nas and then another TikTok rapper that came, you know what I mean, that just is still in high school. It's like, how do you feel about that? I really can't, and honest to God, I always try to put them in like there's an older hip hop than a younger hip hop. Like let the youngins have it from 18 to 25. Let them, we have our classics.
Yes, sir. And that's what my music speaks to, man. 35 plus. You know what I mean? It's like adult hip hop. Is where I'm at. I don't try to compete with the young ones because I'm not that young cat. But I still have a lot of things to say and creativity. You know what I mean? So I try to hit the 35 plus group because that's an untapped market as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, like listen, so I'm sitting in labels, right? And they're trying to give me the whole spectrum rundown. How some reason, man, the majors for some reason doesn't want that, like that 35 to 40 hip hop. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, bro, that's a big gap, man.
Yes, sir.
From 18 to 25,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money lost, bro.
Yeah, you're missing a whole demographic,
Look
and
at
them the ones spending the money.
Look at country. It could be 18 all the way to 65.
Exactly. So I don't understand why hip hop can't be the same way.
You know what it is though, and I'm always gonna say this: always that mentality of people believing that they can only get to a certain place when they're like, look at all the artists, right? You
Yeah.
never see any of them dressed up or saying, "Yo, bro, I think it's time for us to really push this out." It's like they always want to stay in their 20s, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Come on, man! I don't want to stay in my 20s. I don't understand none of the slang anymore."
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't even attempt to, man. I don't attempt to. You know, my kids, that's their era, you know, and I'm a legends guy, man. Give me the legends all day. If I could work with, you know, the Rakims and the LLs and give me that, you
That's what
know.
I'm saying. Like I get so confused, right? I get confused. So I'm sitting there listening to the young guys, and they start spitting this, and I'm like, "Is that what they looked at us like?"
Right.
You know,
Right.
but it's like I feel like our era was more groomed by them, so they didn't shun us. I feel like this era basically just popped up and just ran without us.
And just ran without us, without asking questions or anything. They just took off.
Yeah, because I still get confused. Like they be giving me records, and I'll be listening, and I'll be like, ah. But then it'd
Right.
be the hottest record in #1 billboards. I'm like, bro,
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know what it is, man. But I don't even try to get in that lane, man. I'm trying to create my own lane where there's no traffic, you know?
I love that. I really do. I love that. So my thing is, so I love you basically gave the whole history where you came from. When
Yeah.
did you decide like, yo, I gotta make this a career?
Uh, I was about, honestly, I was like 29, 30 years old, man. And I had just finished I finished my associates as a sound engineer. And that's when I really started taking it serious, because I started listening to music differently. I started writing different. Um, and I was like, you know what? Either I'm gonna go now or I'm not gonna go at all. You know, so I just put everything into it, both feet in at the same time, and here I am. You know, keeping it moving.
Dude, seriously, bro, that's amazing because a lot of people just I be seeing artists just fall back. But I see over here your nice little engineer plays it looks
Oh
nice.
yeah, oh yeah.
I love it,
Appreciate
bro.
it.
So that's
Appreciate it.
is that your label or
Oh,
is that studio
that's
name?
my production company, NXT Media.
NSC Media.
Yeah, so the studio I'm in had it built in 2016, uh, and been moving ever since, man. And then currently, I just got my degree in video, so I'm getting more into the video side of things and creating content.
How do you feel about the game now than back then? Not saying music. I'm saying like for artists that don't understand like our era, they had to promote us. We couldn't push ourselves.
Correct.
I remember when we had MySpace and
Yeah.
when what's his name 50 Cent first said, and this is something that I don't even know why it doesn't come up anymore. He said it's amazing how now the artist can actually sell their song. And this is before iTunes came out. Remember?
Right.
Before
Right.
this is like 2000 and what 3
Three. Yep.
2004. So
Yep.
you artists is listening into this, man. You guys are very lucky because we had to go to a label and pray a label would take our product
Yeah.
before we can even get it out there to you guys.
That was our only route.
Isn't it crazy when you think about it, man? Like
Yeah, man.
you went to school, correct?
Yes,
For
sir.
business.
I did. I went to Full Sail University in Florida for entertainment business.
How do you feel like now the business change wise?
Uh, I don't think the basics of business has changed. I think, you know, all that is still the same. I mean, contracts are still the same, but now you don't, like, again, you don't have to go through the record labels to get a deal. You know what I mean? You're getting agreements with TikTok and with YouTube and, you know, those types of things, as opposed to Arista or Sony Music Group, or, you know what I mean? So I think that element of business has changed, where the agreements and the negotiations are coming from a completely different space.
I just think I sit there, man, and I just shake my head, man. Like, man, imagine we would have had all these tools when we were younger. You
Yeah,
understand? Like they got the whole world in their hands. Look at this. You're
from
on
a
iHeart.
bedroom,
Exactly.
from a bedroom.
Dude, you're on the iHeart app right now with that millions of people can hear you. You're
Right.
on the YouTubes, you're on streaming, you're on the Roku. Like, bro, like right
Yeah.
now, while we talking with this, I'm on a television show right here watching a pre. You understand? Like it's
Right.
crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And there's so many people always like, oh, the music industry's broke. It's not broke.
It's not, man. It's about the grind. It's about your grind. It's about how hard you want it, how much effort you put into it, because you're going to get back what you put in.
Exactly.
You
Like
know, that's anything, but definitely in this business.
people don't realize neither, man. Licensing is a big thing. Like you could just be sitting at home, just make a song and make a beat, and every check, every check, every check,
Yeah,
every check. You
definitely,
just, and the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because your business and you
yeah,
understand what I'm saying.
for sure.
A lot of people don't understand right now when they're listening right now when I'm saying sync licensing, get
Yeah,
yourself into movies, video games, all of that. That's the most important thing. That's what we bring, yeah, that's what we bringing y'all guys the money.
that's what I'll be trying to teach the younger cats. So like, there's so many other elements of the music business. It's not just being an art. You don't have to just be an artist to get paid or to get to the bag. You know what I mean? You could have a licensing agreement, TV show, commercial, any of that, and get paid. Gaming, you know what I mean? Your music could be on a game and you could get it.
That's insane, man.
You know, so
You know, one thing too, man. How do you look at your style? Like, how do you see your style?
um,
Like, who influenced you?
oh, growing up, man,
Let's
I
go.
had three major influences, man. I had LL Cool J, I had Will Smith, and Scarface. Those was my three main influences.
See, people don't be saying Scarface anymore, man. But Scarface is nasty, man.
Face is still that dude, man. You know?
Scarface is nasty, man.
Yes, yeah, them was my three influences, man, even to this day, you know. The storytelling aspect of it, you know.
I would say, yeah, man. Tricks playing like what? Like people don't like the young guys. They don't understand, man. If they would listen to like the music from the 80s to the 90s, think
Hmm.
about the great content and the great, you know what I'm saying, they would make.
Yeah.
But when we were younger, we used to go into the crates and find records from like 50s, 60s,
60s,
70s,
70s. Yep.
and just go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
They just got to do that, man. I be telling the youngins like, yo, y'all got to be pushing yourself guys out like that.
Yeah. I agree, man. Like, you know, back then when Scarface wrote a song, the storyline was so
My
focused that the video script is right there. You know what I'm saying? You can listen to the song and you could picture the video before you even saw the video. And that's what I'm talking about. Like for me, storytelling, I don't need a storyboard. It's right there. Listen to the song, you got the video concept already.
you know what? Again, that's what people are always missing nowadays is concept, and
Hmm.
it's not a story no more, man. It's kind of dull now because everybody's story is that they come at I'm a millionaire already. They don't come out, okay, I'm broke, I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to
Right.
run around and trying to get some laughs, lose some weight.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, story pitching is like right there. It's like a Cinderella story.
Yeah. 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 They're not telling the story how they got to the bag. It's just they jumped to the bag. You know what I'm
Exactly. It's like
saying?
you say, I'm in a baby and I'm rich and then you see him in
Right.
the club and they're trying to, yo, can you get me a drink?
Exactly. You know, not I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I prefer telling the story and adding depth to the song. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So when I write a song, I'm writing it already in a movie format.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
so it can be placed in that particular place. You know what I mean?
You know what it is too, man? It's they misconception as reality.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
what gets me so mad about not saying this era is just where's the creativity, man? Where's the originality? Like, I don't want to keep hearing about you're so rich. I don't want to keep hearing the same old thing. I got a girl. I want to hear like, how'd you get that girl? Where'd you? I feel like the reason why those people were so iconic, like LL Cool J and Rakim and even Scar, is where they came from
Yeah.
and how they got out of it. They told you in
Yeah.
every single layer,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? That's what hip hop was to me. It was always like a layer. It wasn't we're rich already. We got this money already. Except
Right.
Will Smith. Will Smith was just
Oh,
game.
right. No, from I look at it.
Genius too.
It's a simple thing for me. The backstory. Give me the backstory of the song. You know what I mean? Don't jump to the end. Give me the whole backstory. That's what makes a great hip hop record to me. Is if you're telling that whole story, man. And then it's just like writing a book. You got a beginning, you got the middle, the climax, and the end. That's what a song is.
I just miss so much concept, like the concepts and the conscience hip hop. Like
Yeah.
nowadays, I can't. Like we just did something in Coney Island, and these are the biggest rappers, and then we're like, I'm listening to them, and I'm like, come on, man.
Right, come on.
They can't even MC. Like it's embarrassing when the DJ has to sit there and he has to lead the MC.
Yeah, right,
And
right,
the only
right.
thing that makes him good is that he has 500 people in back of him screaming the same record. So it's like, bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
To me, that's not hip hop. To me, that's new pop.
No, no, a lot of them are
I leave
bringing them people. A lot of them are bringing them people with them. You know what I mean? So
It's
yeah,
it's not the same anymore, man. It used to be like, all right, man, you're gonna get into that site. There's about 500 wrestlers, rappers ready to go after you.
yeah,
That was a competition.
yes, sir.
You probably missed that time, like when
I
you used
do.
to Syph, and there used to be people that wanted to get into Syph, and nowadays you can't even find one. And even if you find one, they're just terrible the way they jump in because they're just weird. They go,
Yeah, all right, right. Yeah, yeah, I missed that
I'm
too,
gonna tell
bro.
you what's something that different. I'm like, bro, that's not
Yeah,
no. You can't take Drake style and jump into a Syph right here. Nah, it ain't
that's not
gonna work.
that's not how that worked. Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? It used to be styles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you look forward to those different styles. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
man, you got a Black Thought in there with you. You got Eminem. You got all these different flows, man. It just keeps your attention.
exactly. And everybody nowadays just sounds the same. It's like pressing the record button and then getting stuck,
Yep,
just
yep.
not stopping, man.
I agree. I
And then you
agree.
got, it's weird, man. So I'm gonna get back to you though, but that was a good. I like that.
For
My bad.
sure.
Sometimes we go off when we talking about
Hey,
real hip hop, but that's
that's when it's real hip hop. That's when it's real hip hop.
so. What was the song that made you go whoa when you wrote it? Like, because every artist has that one record when they hear it, they're like, "How did I just make that?"
Um, there's a couple, man. Like, there's a song. So I released two albums last Friday at the same time.
Oh my god!
One's called Different Views, and the other one is called Grown Folk Business. Um, and on the Different Views joint, the actual title track is called Different Views. That's the one that made me realize, okay, I'm me personally on another level of writing, right? Um, and then on the Grown Folk Business joint, the Platinum Girls song that I'm pushing as a single right now on that one was the other one that made me like, oh, okay, you know. I realized that I've grown as a writer from these two albums.
So basically, you're going back. So before these two albums prior, where did you? When was the last time you released?
So these two albums make five total albums for me. Um, and then the last one I released was 2017, I believe.
Oh,
But then I got into some health issues. I had open heart surgery in 2020, and so I had to heal. I had a 12-month healing period there, so I kind of stepped back from all of it. But then once I healed and started writing again, I started looking at life differently. So I started writing differently, and I started producing music differently. So
that's dope. I definitely, to everybody listening right now, you better get those two albums. I'm definitely gonna, after we're done with this, I'm definitely gonna go and I'm actually gonna go study it because you know why? I like who you are and I like the background story that comes with it.
I appreciate it, man.
I have to like the artist. Like I have to meet
For
the
sure.
artist and I have to like them. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying?
Yep, yep.
I always felt it's spiritual in hip hop and music.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
the same way. If I get to meet you as an artist and I like your aura and I like the way you move, I'm gonna go check you out because you have a fan now because that you're a genuine person. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah,
I can't stand that weirdo thing, man, with the fake smile and the
I
teeth.
know, right? Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It's just weird. It's just, we're from that era of grittiness. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just from that era of grittiness. And when
Hmm.
competition is there, competition comes up, and that's it. Like, I was speaking to somebody, man, earlier, and they were saying that lyricist. Do you feel like lyricist is coming back?
I do, but I feel like it's coming back from our era. Yeah, our era is sparking that back again. You know what I mean? I mean, you got the J. Cole's and the Kendricks. You know, you got those few that they grew up around it. You know, but yeah, I think it's coming back. I really do.
I really hope it does, man. I wish Slaughterhouse would have done something.
Oh yeah, man. I don't care what nobody say. I'm still a Joe Budden fan, man.
Joe Budden is nasty. What are you talking about?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Did you
sir.
ever hear that diss what he did against Def Jam?
Yes.
That led it back to. I was like, when I first heard that as a kid, I'm like, whoa. And then another song that nobody gives him props for is the record that he wrote the storytelling about the kid killing his
Oh yeah.
son, and then the
Yep.
father staying with the mother.
Yep.
Dude, that was insane. That
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Yeah, he's a beast with the pen, man, for sure.
Absolutely. Him, Joel Ortiz. Oof.
Yes.
Everybody sleeps on Crooked Eye. But
Oh,
Crooked Eye got that laser tongue.
Crooked Eye is a beast, man. Like for real.
And
A
then
lot of underrated legends, man. Seriously.
Royce is just the top. When
Yep. Oh yeah.
Slaughterhouse came in perfectly, man. They had that Eminem joint.
Yep.
And they just, oh man, I wish they would have just kept moving with it.
I agree with you.
Shout out
It'd be
to
dope
Button.
to see them do something to do another album. That would be dope.
That, and I hope Buttons does another album. I've been missing his music.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has the underground locked. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie to you. He's amazing. So shout out to Joe Button. That's a dope one. That's a dope one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I remember the battle with him in Saigon, but we ain't gonna get on that one. But you know
Right.
what I'm saying?
It was dope though. Yeah.
No, but that's real hip hop. But this era, I feel like hopefully they can bring it back, man. Hopefully they can get back into that boom bap. It looks like the '90s is coming back heavy.
Oh
'Cause
yeah. It is.
clothes, the way the only thing is different about this era is that they talk different and they confuse the living daylights out of me because hip hop to them is melodic singing. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's different, man. Yeah, I'm a true boom bap cat. I got a boom bap joint on one of the albums as well
What's it called?
called Open Eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's got Marvin Gaye sample. It's hot, bro. Yeah,
oh,
it's called Open Eyes featuring another artist I work with named Axe Bleed.
Axe Bleed.
Yeah, out of St. Louis.
Oof. Nah,
Yeah.
yo, let me tell you guys something, man. I've been hearing a lot of artists out of New York that are just straight up fire
Mm-hmm.
lately. And I love it because, DNA goes every single where. That's the brand, DNA.
Yep.
We go everywhere. It's just cool to see that, because growing up in Long Island and growing up in New York always has that, okay, we made the game.
Right.
Good. They never go, okay, when you come out of that game, it's a different challenge. You come out of your area, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's crazy. So you made a boom back. How did you come up with that one?
Dude, I've always been a boom bap lyric kind of guy, and I was like, you know what? Let me put one on the album from the Midwest real quick. Let people know we can do that too. So yeah.
I can't wait to hear that beat though. That
Oh wait till you hear it, man. It's got the I got Marvin Gaye sample in there, and yeah, it turned out nice.
well, you got a fan, man, because I'm gonna definitely go and download those two albums. Cause I like listening to
Appreciate it.
different. It's music, man. Music universal.
Yes, sir.
You
I
know what I'm
agree with
saying?
you.
And then
Yeah,
talking to you seems like you actually have a great mindset in there and stuff that I'm gonna like.
I hope so,
You know
man.
what I'm saying?
I think I do, man. If if people are true to where they grew up from hip hop, I think they'll like what I'm doing, man. Especially like I said, 35 plus is where I'm trying to hit, and I think I did a really good job with both albums staying in that space.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, I got joints on there. That's I got a song called "I Don't Mean It" that's on there. More of a relationship joint. You know how us as men we never apologize for things we say to our ladies, even though we know we should have apologized. Those types of vibes, and it can go both ways. But the track I wrote it more so for us to say we know we were wrong. You didn't mean that. Go fix that kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? And then there's another one on there called "What I Promise," which is once you in a committed relationship with your girl, these are the things you promised her that you was gonna do. Keep your word and do them. You know what I'm saying?
What do
So,
you feel? Let me ask you a question. What do you feel like? Okay, so you say you got the boom bap, right?
yep.
You say that you play instruments and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play
Yep.
any live instruments on the album? Definitely did, right?
I did a lot of drums. Yeah, I did a lot of drums on that one.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
you have like a rock kind of? Do you have like a rock kind of sound on it? Like kind of
Uh,
like a pop joint?
on the boom bap joint.
No, 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 no. Just on
Oh,
the
just in general. No, man, I got more R&B vibe. I got a song called Grateful, which is the first track on Different Views, which is more of a gospel vibe. Uh,
I can
that
see
was just,
that.
that was just my from my surgery. I'm grateful to still be here. So that was the first track on the album, but it's got a gospel vibe to it. So it's more R&B, more gospel. I got like a Chicago kind of steppers vibe on here as well.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
and that one's called Grown. So I got that on here too.
That's dope, man. I like that. So you
Yeah,
got
so
like the
I think
young
it's something for everybody on there.
bro. That's dope. Cause it kind of seems like too, like to me, you seem such like a lyricist that you would do. Remember the old Eminem kind of songs,
Yep.
like
Yep.
something like that. I could definitely see you just like killing it.
Yeah, Flex. I got a song on there called Flex, man. That's more like that.
Yeah, I already caught it. Like right when you said that, I'm like, yo, if he got that kind of sound, it's gonna be insane. Because
Yeah. Yeah, I
just
got some.
just being a radio host and talking to an artist, you can understand a lot of times before even really sitting there listening to the music,
Uh-huh.
creativity and what the artist can do.
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I can already hear it, the way you speak, and definitely see it in your style.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I switched it up a lot, man. I tried to bring a lot of versatility to both projects, but still stay within that the lane that I'm trying to be in, you know.
Oh, that's really dope. That really is. So you
Yeah.
got music videos coming out for him?
We do. I'm actually shooting one tomorrow. I got a song on the album called All Night Long, which I redid a John B joint. And
Knew it. Knew it. Knew it.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
oh
and
my
it's got a line dance to it. So we shooting a line dance video tomorrow.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh man. I'm gonna
yeah.
tell you, man. You're gonna hit me back up. You're gonna be like, "Did you listen to the album?" I was like, "Bro, I already downloaded it. I loved it. Watch."
Man, I
I'm
hope so,
gonna
man.
tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that.
Make sure you get them both. I hope so.
No, definitely. I got the eye right here, man. It's on the eye. It's on all stream platforms, correct?
Yes, sir. Everywhere. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit there after we're done. We're gonna discuss. And you're gonna tell me where to go, and I'm gonna
Okay,
download it right in front of you.
for sure.
Cause real recognize real.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So now, this is just personal questions, like,
Okay,
but this music, real music questions. You have kids?
I do. I got four boys.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Four boys, man. 13, 18, 20, and 29.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you feel that your writing got when you became a father?
I became more selective in what I released because, before it's weird because I only wanted to release music because if something ever happened to me, I want my kids to be able to go hear my voice whenever they wanted to, which is what made me start releasing music, like put it out into the world. I didn't want it to just sit into the computer, and then if something happened, they don't have access to it, right? So that's how I initially started. But then as my kids got older, I realized, okay, I got to be mindful of what I'm releasing and what I'm writing and what I'm putting out because I want them to understand, like growing up as a man, you got to be selective in what you say and what you put out there.
Okay. No, I definitely respect that. Cause again, like we're gonna say it again. You got people that still think they're 20s,
Yep.
their 50s, and their 40s
Yep. Yep.
running around crazy. And I'm like, bro, always shaking my head, like, just chill, be your age, life goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I'm saying? So it's good to see somebody that wants to grow up in the industry.
Yeah, man. I used to have the feeling like, man, I'm too old to do this, or whatever. But then I started thinking, I'm not too old to express. It's about expression. You know what I mean? And as long as what I'm writing reflects where I'm at in life, I think it's okay.
Absolutely. Look at what LL Cool J said. Did you see what LL Cool J just
Yes.
said? They
Yes.
said, "Do you feel like you're too old to do it?" He goes, "What? To make a
Right.
song?"
To make a song, right.
He said, "To make music?"
Right.
You know what? But again, it stinks to say though, but I feel like when LL left, that's when the game lost that hit. And I
Right.
don't
Yep.
care. I don't want nobody to get mad. But when LL Cool J was on the top of his throne, hip
Hmm.
hop was way different.
Way different. Because when he left and then all the other greats started kind of leaving, you know
I,
what I mean?
I feel like that's because of the recession in 2007.
2007. Yep.
I feel like that's what I feel like because I remember reading an article when I was younger, and it said that they were like, "Bro, we're only getting this much money for something when we used to get this much money. What
Right.
is the point of me putting out an album now and doing it?" People don't
Right.
real. The younger guys weren't brought up in that era, so I don't think they really understand that a lot of the ones that we looked up to, they
Hmm.
bounced
Oh yeah.
and they did other careers after in the recession.
Well, they had to,
Yeah,
otherwise they wouldn't have survived because the pay structure changed. Instead of getting it up front, they got it on the back end. But then it's like, did they really get it on the back end? You know what I mean? So they had to make a shift.
like I remember when there was people basically buying those milk trucks, putting
Yeah.
in putting in clothes and then putting in that was a real recession, real depression.
Real depression.
Putting in
Yeah.
clothes and then putting in barbershop chairs and doing the haircut to get creative.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God, I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
all of that.
I think that year that changed everything, but it changed music drastically.
Changed the landscape
Yeah, man.
because they weren't signing people. They
At
didn't.
all.
They weren't pushing artists.
There was no budgets for marketing, none of that.
That was crazy. And
Yeah.
people don't even realize it really it was what less than a decade ago? No, it was a decade
It was
ago.
a decade ago.
Decade ago, man. And then all of a sudden this artist came out and then they had to take a lot of the young guys, quote unquote, and put them to the forefront and to try to make them marketing tools.
Yep.
Drake came up in the recession.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Drake
Yeah.
came up in the recession. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And yep, because then after him, J. Cole and all and Kendrick
And
and
Drake. Yeah.
yeah, you know.
That's crazy when you really think about it.
Yeah, when you sit back and look at the timeline of all that, yeah, it's crazy.
I can't even believe how fast our eras went.
Yeah, well the internet started popping off, you know what I mean? And then YouTube and then, you know.
I remember when YouTube people used to like this is like when YouTube just came out. Remember
Hmm.
AIM was still the head of the chapters.
Yep, yep.
I think it was what was it? It was AIM Music or something
Yeah.
like that where they used to have an Akon and them singing because it came out with Lonely on that.
Yeah, yep. That is it. Yeah.
Because YouTube didn't, if I'm correct, YouTube didn't. Nobody even wanted to be on YouTube. Remember, it was people that because people kept cheating on the views
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
before they monetized YouTube. Remember, people were like cheating on like I got 1 million views, and all they would
Yeah.
do is sit there, is click their button and click, click, click.
You're right. Oh
Oh
man,
my,
that's crazy. I forgot all about that.
yeah. And that
Yeah.
shout out to World Star because he became famous off the C button.
Oh, Worldstar was hot before YouTube.
Exactly. He was
Yeah.
he was killing it, man. But he became famous off the C button.
Oh, the
Remember they
C
tried to get
button.
him with the C button?
Yep.
Oh my god.
I do remember that.
I love bro. I love talking about those times because those times really, shaped a lot of our careers and
Hmm.
shaped us as men.
Yeah.
Because to the young guys, man, you guys don't realize, man, like MySpace, that's how we used to battle. And
Yes.
when we wanted to go really battle you, we would go on the train or go on a bus and head there and go face to
Yeah.
face. And the cameras are like this small, remember? I mean, this big.
They were big. Yes.
You couldn't even, you know what I'm saying? The two tapes.
Yeah. Yeah. They was the shoulder joints.
That's what I'm saying. The two tapes.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy. I got one of them still in the closet.
I remember they were trying to do the smack thing, and it was like the two tastes.
Yo.
Because
Yeah, that's
when
crazy.
they messed up, they didn't have the thing, so they had to go like this, and they had to take the cat and go back, and then
Oh yeah, yo,
come
yo.
back up. Come back up.
Wow. And now we do it right in our pockets. You know what I mean?
In the phone.
Yeah, that's crazy. Or the GoPros or whatever. You know?
Dude, it's ill, man. I love hip hop, man. That's why it's so ill to vibe with somebody from hip hop.
Yeah.
What I really do like is talking to people about real music
Mm-hmm.
and just being a part of that. If you're really a part of that era, you'll understand it.
Yes, sir.
I listen, no shout out to the young guys, but man,
Yeah.
I definitely missed a whole era.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
You missed the culture of it. You missed the growth of it. You know?
But that's when hip hop was hip hop because you got to remember something. You had to be nice to become a millionaire.
Oh
You
yeah, you had to be. Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
be
You
one of
couldn't fake it. You couldn't fake that back then. You had to be nice.
or you had to be the best.
Just
You had to be the best, and it was crazy because you had to get the microphone exception. But you know what I do miss? I miss them have to go up to the OGs and have the OGs go. All right,
put the stamp on it.
exactly.
Yes, sir.
That was
Yes,
it.
sir.
Do you
Yes.
have any major features with any people?
No, I don't have any majors. Man, I have all independent features on here.
I love.
Um, and I really didn't reach out to try to do any major features, um, because I work with a lot of independent artists in this area where I'm at, Chicago, Florida, and a lot of them are up and coming as well. So I had a podcast for a while called Chopping It Up, and it's indie, by indie for indie, because I'm a big independent artist pusher. Um,
I like.
so so I just put all independent artists, all up and coming artists as features on here. I have a one female out of Memphis, Tennessee. Her name's Lala. She's on a joint. Uh, David Haynes, R&B singer in my area. Axe Bleed, um, Fast Lane Trail. Um, yeah, so all them up and coming got projects coming out, and I'm producing majority of those projects too. So
You know why I like that a lot? Because I was explaining to an artist like a couple months ago, I want to be signed to the majors and there. I said, that's great. But what happens when the machine is gone? Do you know how to sit there and do you know how to take the train without the conductor?
exactly, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's
I
why
agree with that.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, and the same artists that I'm working with, I'm actually helping them through the business side of it too, helping them understand that don't rely on me for your business. Let me show you how to maintain your own business. You know what I'm saying? Because I can lead them to the lake, but you know what I mean? I want to make sure they can eat on their own kind of
You,
vibe. So
you know who actually did the illest thing, and I haven't seen artists do that in years. T.I. You see
yeah,
that clip? He said, don't look at me to try to make you known. You
exactly.
gotta go out and go do it yourself. And if you're doing it right, I'm gonna come look for you.
Exactly. Yeah, he just said that to I forgot who he said it to, but yeah, I saw that. And I'm a firm believer in that. Like I'll help you, and but I'm not going to do the work for you. You know what I'm saying? I need to see that you hungry before I start eating for you. I need you to really be hungry for that. You know what I mean? Don't sit back and wait for me to push your song. You start pushing your song, then I'll help you push it further. Kind
That's
of
what
vibe.
that's one issue I have with artists. Oh, you in all these platforms in all these states. I said, listen, how am I going to promote you when you don't even put your post what time you were
Exactly.
on your pages?
Right.
What do you think? Because of my name, you're gonna hear artists. I play a lot of independent artists, major artists too,
Hmm.
whatever, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me right now. That's why I told them I can make you a star. That's impossible for anybody to make anybody a star
I agree.
because you have to talk. You got to be born with it. I don't care what anybody says. You can't learn this.
Yeah.
You have it. You have it.
I agree with you. There's elements that cannot be taught.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you definitely learned that young, and that's dope though. You said something about your family and BET.
Yeah. Robert Johnson.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been in it all my life, man. I started out as a dancer, and I mean, since I
Oh,
was a
cool.
kid, I'm like 3 or 4 years old. You know
You
what I mean?
breakdance?
Oh yeah, I was a breaker, bro.
Oh, that's
Yes,
my family were all
pop
b-boys.
lock, everything. You know,
My family is all b-boys.
that's dope.
Yeah, my father was a b-boy, my uncle was a b-boy, his cousins were b-boys. I was the only. I know it sounds bad, but I can't do it. I tried. I just ain't got it. Like,
Yeah,
man, I ain't got it. Popping, locking, and throwing like this.
yeah,
It
yeah.
don't work for me.
That's where I grew up at, man. I carry cardboard around. You know.
Spray painting.
Yeah, man, I was in it. I was committed to it back then. You know.
It's so fast how everything went, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember just sitting in the house listening to K Solo or listening to Oh my goodness.
Hmm. Yeah, man.
Concept.
I was a big Sugar Hill Gang cat.
Really?
Yeah, man. Master G, that was my dude, bro.
Massive.
That's what made me want to start writing. Was Master G.
How was that? Explain. Give us
Just,
a little.
just his flow, man. I mimicked his flow all the time. You know, and the way he put words together. Wonder Mike, but Master G was my dude. He was real smooth. He was suave.
Yeah,
His words, you know, it was just smooth. You know,
I want to say hello.
man. Yes, the best G. You know.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I miss that. Like you know me, I am the like. Come on, man. Like
Yes,
Curtis Blow.
yes, sir. Even the
Ah,
lyrics, even the
bro.
lyrics sounded boom bap. You know what I mean?
No,
Yeah,
yo, bro. If I rule the world, yo,
all that.
everybody thought Nas had it. I'm like, what? I'm like, no, 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 no,
And
no,
that
no.
ain't the original.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Curtis Blow,
Curtis
man.
Blow. Curtis Blow.
And a basket.
Yeah. These are the bricks. You know.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, man. I grew up on all that.
Oh man. And then shout out to not even shout out, just all the craziness right now that's even happening right now in the world, man, in music. I'm
Hmm.
like, man, the 90s was that crazy.
Right.
My man got mad at me. He goes, why? It's a bad boy for life.
Yeah, man.
It's always good to talk hip hop with people, man. It
I,
really is.
I agree, man. I
I was
agree.
trying to talk last time, man. Somebody they didn't understand it. I'm like, no, don't worry about it.
You know, don't worry about
It's a
it.
typical interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. You know, don't worry about it.
You feel like you got like kind of like a Mo Def kind of vibe sometimes. You
Um.
know Def?
Oh yeah, I'm a big Mos Def fan, man.
I can see it.
Yeah,
I
I'm a
can see
big
the
Mos Def fan.
influence. I can see the influence.
Big Mos Def fan, man, for sure. Him and Common, those I love them two dudes, man.
Yeah, no comment
Yeah,
beast.
yeah, I love them too. Them, Mos Def, Common, and Black Thought lyrically are three of my favorites.
You know, definitely, man. And I wish he didn't pass away. Jay Dilla.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I wanted to be a producer because of Jay Dilla. You know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about that. Let's go.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite producers, man.
You know what I mean? People don't mention Jay Dilla as Somerville. I'm like, what are you guys talking? You're in
Yeah,
Detroit and you don't even talk about donuts?
yeah,
What's
yeah,
wrong with these dudes?
yeah. He don't get enough love, man, for sure.
Yeah, he passed away too young, man.
I agree.
You know what I'm
I
saying? What
agree.
was it? 5-year run? That was it?
That was it.
Him and Mac Miller.
Yeah, Miller was cold too.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mentioned him in one of my songs.
they
Yeah,
don't. Why don't they mention any of these dudes?
I don't know, bro. Like I don't know, but yeah, I've tried to pay homage to all the cats that I grew up on or that I did respected and that I respect in the game. You know.
Dude, it's just crazy, man. Like, I just, I never thought, I'm going to be real with you, I never thought anybody would forget about L, would be forgetting about, even the young guys right now, you forget about Biggie Smalls.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Right,
I'm like,
right.
how are you going to forget about Biggie Smalls? Then the biggest name they
Mhm.
forget about, and then my jaw drops, and nobody talks about him, Craig Mack.
Oh yeah, Craig Mack was underrated when he was here.
Bro, what? He's the
Yeah,
one who made Bad Boy.
Man, Craig Mack was fire, and he passed before his time because he had so much more left to give. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like your project, these two projects that you're coming out with right now, right?
Hmm.
You feel like these are like your grill, like yeah, like I'm back. You're excited right now to actually be back inside the. How long did it take to make this? 2 3 years?
Both of these albums are 2 years, was 2 years in the making.
Wow. So
And
you
and that was
just
because of the one year I was down, with healing and everything. But um, I did a lot of rewriting during that time, so I felt they came out when they were supposed to. But yeah, 2 years in the making, both of them.
you know you know what's crazy too, man? Do you feel like between you and me, do you feel like because I got tired of picking up a pen because of
Hmm.
the age thing. Like
Yeah,
that thing just always stood in my head. Do you feel like that destroys a lot of artists in their 30s and stuff like that?
I do. I think what destroys a lot of artists is they listen to other people. They listen to
Mhm.
people telling them you're too old to do this. But what they have to understand, and what I had to understand, is that my journey ain't your journey. You know what I'm saying? So I shouldn't ask you for advice if you're not headed in the same direction I'm headed in. So I started blocking those type of people out. I started blocking it out. Like, I'm gonna do this. This is what I want to do, with or without you. It's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So that's what forced me to build my own studio, learn what I've learned, go to school for what I went for, and I don't rely on nobody but myself to get it done. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of those people, they stop because they listen to what other people has told them.
Yeah, like I'm listening to people trying to tell, and I'm listening, and I'm like, bro, it's not over. Music can never die.
Never. And
Jelly,
there's no age limit on music, man. It's all creativity. It's all expression.
what's that guy's name? Jelly Roll, right? Jelly Roll.
Yep, Jelly Roll. Yep.
30, almost 39 years, 37, 30 years, whatever. Look at him. He won Best Artist.
He got his first Grammy at 37.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
you guys are gonna criticize people. That woman, what was that woman's name? She remember she sold 2 million records and she was like 40 something years old.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about. And
I
she
do.
just God.
Yeah, I do. I can't remember her name. But yeah, 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 yeah. It's man, look, like I said, I have a lot to say,
Go
and I
ahead.
got I got time to say it. You know what I'm saying? I'm already 5 songs in on the next album.
Good for you, man. Straight
You
up
know,
good for
so
you.
so I keep it moving, man. Keep it moving.
I just don't understand why they wouldn't want that experience in hip hop to keep growing. Like if you listen to country, man, the guy's sitting there, I'm about to get inside bold, I'm a soul da da da,
Yep.
and I'm 40 years old.
Yep.
Why can't we be like, yo, like, why can't we just be like, yo, okay, we need to say that new hip hop, whatever they call it, is not hip hop because it's
Yeah.
two different types of sounds.
Yes. Yes. It need to be relabeled something else. You know
That
what I
should be
mean?
like melodic music,
Yes.
or you know what I'm saying? Like you
A
can't.
different genre of its own, for sure.
I just feel like that's because think about it. That's like saying country is rock, rock is pop.
Yeah. 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 I mean, think about it. You got rock, you got classic rock. Those are two different categories.
Okay,
So why can't we have the same
classic hip hop.
thing? Exactly. Hip hop, classic hip hop, adult hip hop. We can have three different genres.
Yeah, and you don't even. I really don't think they should be calling this hip hop because even if rock doesn't even seem old, they didn't change the format of rock. Hip
Right.
hop changed the drum patterns, changed the crazy beats, and started to
Yeah.
sing.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I don't like. I was listening to Eric Sherman, what Eric Sherman was saying, and he was
Hmm.
like, "This shouldn't be hip hop," and I agree 1,000 with him because hip hop is
Yeah.
a different type of sound.
It is. It is. I agree with you. Yeah, it should be a completely different name, for sure.
Even when the West Coast took it over, they had boom bap sounds, and even down south still had a piece of that. And
Yeah.
then it changed in the late 2000s, 15, 14.
14, 15. Yep.
Eh,
Yeah.
it's not hip hop. It should not be labeled as hip hop. It should be
Yeah.
labeled as something else.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because
Hip hop should remain under the classics, you know,
that's
or the
ruining
or the boom bat or the boom bat.
because that's like ruining the genre. Put
For
it like
sure.
somewhere with Afro beats.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. Because
It's,
that's where everything's going right now. You know, that's the direction it's all going
I
right
think
now.
it's gonna go back to rock.
You say what?
I think it's gonna in
You
two
think?
years it's gonna switch back to rock.
Yeah, the one Run DMC era,
Um,
like that rock when they
yeah,
did the Aerosmith and
absolutely.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Or the Linkin Park kind
Or the
of hit.
Linkin Park joints. Yeah,
Because I can see like a Linkin Park mixed with Limp Bizkit. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah.
that.
That was fire. That was fire when Jay-Z did that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I just can't still believe that guy passed away. That's crazy.
yeah,
Singer.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no. I don't. So what is your goals to accomplish with the two albums right now? Like your goals. Nobody else's.
Yeah.
Because expectations. I'm saying your goals.
My goals with these albums, man, is to bring attention and awareness to the style of music that I'm bringing. Again, the whole grown vibe. My goal is I want people to hear like there's other elements of rap that are out there for the older generation. That is my ultimate goal, and I want to continue to make music like this for that particular demographic.
Please keep doing because I'm old. And I don't care. I'm up to 30s. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't want to be in the young generation. I love listen, no, just see y'all.
yeah.
I don't want to go back into my 20s when I'm 30. You're gonna feel the same exact way when you become my age.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I have no desire to do that myself. I want to continue to move forward because one thing that everybody's going to experience is old age. You know what I'm saying? So I want my music to be there when you get there,
Yeah, exactly.
where you can hear
I just
it.
yeah. I don't want to be that weirdo sitting there trying to get my hair cut. That's why
Yeah.
again, like I don't want to say they bad, but these dudes still act like they're 20s when they should be like, yo, bro, we're older. I gotta give it up to 50 Cent though, because remember he made that record called Grown.
Yep. Yep. I do
Him and
remember.
him and Bishop Lamar, but Bishop Lamar gotta grow up, way up, way up, way
Yeah.
up,
Yeah.
way up,
Right.
way up. Yeah, man,
Yep.
that record
Yeah.
still today is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
But all
Yeah.
that other thing, dressing with those weird pin, like you know what I'm saying, like, bro, you know you look like a weirdo when you're sitting there at 30 years old,
Right.
baggy pants, Timberland boots, not Timberland boots, but those weird little shoes
Weird. Yep. Yeah.
walking around, and dudes, I know personally, I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Or
Yeah.
saying the word cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so. I'm sorry.
Yeah. See, I don't even use none of the terminology, man.
I,
Like,
I, I, yeah, bro, I get weirded out when I hear gang gang. I'm like, when
yeah.
a 40-year-old says to me, yo,
Gang,
gang,
gang.
and I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Nah, I leave it for my sons, man. They can have that. You
yeah,
know,
dude, we've done it. Like,
we've done it.
respectfully, I think you might have hit your head and caught amnesia, but me, I'm not doing that. Like,
Nah.
you've
Nah,
been in those situations too.
I
Where,
have, man. And the difference is I know where I'm at in life, man, and I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? And I want to bring that vibe to my age bracket, man.
exactly. I feel so weird when I'm in the club or something like that, unless I'm working or doing something. I
Yeah.
look at my wife. I'm like, let's get that. Like, I'm not trying to stay in there.
Dude, I don't even do clubs anymore. Unless I got a show or something. I don't
That's
really
what I'm saying,
nah.
bro. It's just so weird now. It's like when we were younger. Oh yeah, this is it. Everybody hanging out. Everybody. Hey,
Yep.
you even see one person that you used to go to been around in those clubs anymore most of the time. Well, no, I'm not gonna lie, because they still got that like three people that
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, yeah. There's a few. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yo,
no, give me the lounge, man, with like, just give me a nice lounge, chill kind of vibe. Yeah, I don't need to go to the bars with a security at the door and don't want to let you in. You know what I mean? Give me a lounge,
that's how I'm saying,
with
man.
my age and I'm good.
Yeah, man. I like going to a lot of guitar stuff now.
Oh
Back
yeah.
then used to be like we did that thing they did the thing in Coney Island, man, and when I'm like, nah, man, it's packed. Everybody's in there. Everybody's up on stage. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even want to be here, but I have to. So
Right.
It is not just today. My man called me up. He's like, "Yo, you gonna come?" No. What?
Nah.
I'm
Nah.
like, any money? No. Okay.
Yeah. No, a lot of my guys call me and I hit them with the nah, I'm good.
I know, and everyone gets mad at us. It's like, yo, bro, you're never gonna make it. You're never gonna do it. Like, yo, bro, I'm just not doing it because the mindset is just not there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
you're
about
more.
the mindset.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm too. Like, no offense to them. It's just you went. The thing about you is you're not an artist. You're an exec.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say why is because the artist's mindset is create, and have no where the marketing, how to push it, where
Right.
to go, what tours to do. You and me have the minds as an exec. We don't have the regular music mind.
Right. I
You
agree with
understand?
that.
You
I
know what
agree
I'm
with that.
saying? So I think what it is though is that you and me are so grown from that mindset of a hip hop, not saying hip hop, but a mindset of a rapper.
Of a rapper, right?
You know what I'm saying? And an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna put anything. It's just hard for us to sit there and like really gougenize that type of field. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I get it for sure. Yeah, I just had this conversation with somebody before. They was like, "Man, why did you wait so long to, want to do whatever as an artist?" I'm like, if I would have did what I'm doing now when I was younger, I wouldn't be here right now because I would think like a younger artist. You know what I mean? Where I took the time to get the education, I took the time to learn about the contracts and the business and all that. Where I understand now things that I don't need to be doing and the things that I should be doing. Or places that I need to be, or places that is not for me. I understand that now.
And people take, you know what, in perspective, people always take a look at us and always try to act a little weird. And you're like, whoa. Like,
Hmm.
you don't understand. Have you ever been on tours? From tours, do you understand the revenue? Do you understand the sync license? Do you understand where to really put your music? Not know I'm going on Instagram and I'm putting this on a SoundCloud, or if I'm putting this on a
Right.
platform that has all these platforms and just letting your music linger there. It's like, bro,
Hmm.
you're not even making a dollar and you're telling me how to make money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. That album's been sitting for years. You don't have anything from it. Yeah.
Cause I like what you did. You sat there and you did your research.
Yeah. For sure, man. You got to put the time in, and that's what young artists don't understand. You got to put the time in, man, to understand for yourself, so nobody else will understand it for you.
I wish I would have listened to a lot of my old heads when they would be like,
Oh yeah.
hey you, what? Man, I'm going out there. I'm gonna go perform. I'm gonna go kill this. Take the and
Right.
you go to 100 performances. Don't even realize that you're not even making. You're only making one fan because
Exactly.
everybody is in the same place that you're in 100 different times
Yeah.
in the same area. And you're just going and going, and then because you got a crowd full of 300 people, you're feeling like you're famous.
Yeah.
And then when you get to that crowd of 1,000 people and no one knows who you are, now your mind is changing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's what thing too, man. Independent artists got to learn. Don't need the machine. I feel like, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like all the way up to 25,
Hmm.
okay, maybe you do need the machine there. It's like having a parent.
You need a machine there for
I'm
sure.
not, I'm
Yeah.
not saying, I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Take that, the first deal given to you. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like you do need a machine to be seen. When you get older and understand the business, knowing that you're your own publicist
Yeah.
makes things a little easier. But you can't, you as a young artist, like 18,
Yeah.
you're not gonna understand the game and jump into the game right away.
No, you don't know what you don't know.
Nah.
You
Because
know.
there's so many people that could play with your mind and manipulate you. Because
Yes,
the
sir.
first person that sees you got talent is gonna run up to you and be like, "Yo, let's work."
They're gonna throw a card in your face.
You're gonna have a
Call
suit
me.
on.
Yes. Yes.
You're gonna have a
Definitely.
rental car.
Definitely.
You're gonna
Yeah,
take.
man.
He is gonna take you upstairs though to a label. Let's not get it
Oh,
twisted. He's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
take you to a label, and then you're not gonna read the contract and then you're gonna be leaving that at 24 years old and asking yourself, why did you sign that?
Exactly. Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
were you ever offered any major deals?
I was offered one deal. Oh my God, it was back in '07, '08. Um, but I knew enough about the business then that that deal wasn't for me.
You
I,
got
I, I
you
knew
got
enough
off your
about
man.
it. I
You
knew
got
enough
off.
about it.
Nice.
Yeah,
So you been in there because I got offered a couple of record deals and I took one at 15.
yeah,
And I just a
yeah.
lot
No,
of the records that you heard, the styles were from that album.
right, for sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no, I was in my 30s, man. I mean, I had already started diving into the education part of it, you know.
Thank God.
So yeah, for sure.
Because you got people that's in their 30s that still want a record deal. And you're
Still
like,
want a record deal, man.
bro.
No, I've always said that I would remain independent, always.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I own all my own masters and everything.
That's very smart, man.
Yeah, I mean, I did all the mixing, I did all the mastering. Yeah.
I'm liking this interview, but it's been an hour, man. And everybody, man, definitely listening to us right now.
Oh, that's dope. I appreciate.
DNA, brother. Listen, man, tell everybody where they can find you, brother. And
Yeah.
oh man, you're just dope, bro.
No, I
Straight
appreciate
up
it,
dope.
man. Thank you for having me. Um, yeah, all social media, man. You can find me at IMG Todd, capital I, capital AM, capital G, capital TODD, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok. I'm the same person across all those platforms.
And let everybody know the single, the name of the
Oh,
single we about to play.
I think you got Platinum Girl.
Yes, let him go.
Yep. So yeah, the single from Grown Folk Business is the name of the album that this is from, and it's called Platinum Girl.
Big shout out, you already know. But before you leave, I want to just ask you the backstory of Platinum Girl.
Yeah. So Platinum Girl, Pretty Woman was my favorite movie growing up.
Oh, dope.
Favorite movie, bro. I was I was a McConaughey fan, right? And when I started working on this album, I said, you know what? I want to write a song that kind of mimics the storyline of Pretty Woman. Um,
Ooh, I
and
like.
we're scripting the video for it now, but it'll have a little bit of different twist. Like we won't the female won't be working the streets and those types of things, but the song is more about I met you. We're in two different places in life. I really like you. I want to bring you to where I'm at in life. You know what I mean? And we do this together. So yeah, that's what Platinum came from.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah.
And then I'm guessing because shout out to Maverick Global Distribution.
Yes, yes. My
Uh,
distributor, Maverick Global Distribution, man, they definitely hold me down. And I switched from the distributor I had to Maverick Global Distribution, and best decision I ever made. So shout out to them.
what do you feel? Okay, before you go to again,
Yeah.
what do you feel about Maverick that does it different than every other distribution?
Um, for me, man, it's a matter that I could call directly and speak to one of the owners. That's the biggest difference for me. Um, the rollout, they give you a rollout that's amazing. You get critiqued by, you get to be on calls and your music gets critiqued by all these industry heads. And it's just more one-on-one attention, where other distributors, which I won't get into, but I couldn't call. I'm always speaking to customer service, uh, AI person. You know what I mean? Where with Maverick, I can call and talk directly to them, and we can sort things out over the phone. So um, it's just more personal, more personable.
Nah, seriously, because I was telling somebody the same exact thing that you were just saying, man. I was telling everybody, Maverick really does try to help the artist and really does push the artist.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they offer training. Like you can get on a conference call, man. It don't cost you nothing, and they teaching you something. What other distribution company does that?
None.
Exactly. So yeah, I rock Maverick all day.
Shout out to Chill.
Shout out to Chill. Shout out to Just Jay. Shout out to
Go ahead.
all of them, man. You know.
Yeah. But listen, man, 'cause I cut you off before. Tell everybody now where they can find you.
Oh, definitely, man. You can find it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I am G Todd. Capital I, capital AM, capital G, capital TODD. I am G Todd. You can find the albums on all streaming platforms, different views, and grown folk business out now.
So everybody out there right now listening right now to the DNA show, the DNA one-on-one with DJ Energetic. Get my man G Todd. Buy it album. Okay. And I'm gonna be playing them joints for everybody to hear. So listen, thank you so much for being on
Oh
DNA
man, I
one-on-one.
appreciate you. I appreciate you.
And definitely stay on this call because I definitely gotta talk.
All right, for sure.
All right. Give me 1 second.